Officials at the National Insurance Services, the NIS, say they are hoping to see a 100% take-up of the e-Submit service by local employers by June of this year. Under the e-Submit program, employers can enter the payments and other relevant information of their employees electronically, thus reducing the use of paper and the need for queuing up at the NIS office, increasing the productivity between themselves and the NIS. Executive Director Reginald Thomas says the take-up of this service has not been as positive as they were expecting thus far. They will be heightening its public sensitization program this year. The SVG Red Cross Society is continuing their training programs throughout the year to ensure that they are ready to respond to any disasters which may affect the state. Director General Bernard B.T. Marksman revealed this during a recent news conference. Mr. Marksman said they continue to train persons in communities across the country in collaboration with NEMO to ensure that the response to disasters is as swift as possible. The SVG Red Cross also equips their community teams with their own disaster response kits. Efforts to enhance the protection and conservation of this country's marine resources moved a step further yesterday with the hosting of a national consultation. Consultant for the Eastern Caribbean Marine Managed Areas Network project was hosted by the National Parks, Rivers and Beaches Authority in collaboration with the Nature Conservancy. Speaking at yesterday's opening, Program Officer at the OECS Secretariat, Joan Norville, said the Caribbean region is recognized worldwide for its marine and coastal ecosystems. She noted that the ecosystems must be protected as they are pressured by a number of negative sources. This government has finally pronounced a death sentence on the crucial banana industry in this country. These were the sentiments expressed by Parliamentary Representative for West Kingstown, the Honorable Daniel Cummings. Mr. Cummings emphasized that without the constant stream of money that banana cultivation generates, farmers in this country will not be able to diversify into other areas, such as the cultivation of ground provision, and this also has an adverse effect on the ability of the farmer to send their children to school and provide food for himself and his family. In his opinion, the current ULP administration is moving away from the banana industry instead of using the monies they received from the Banana Accompanying Measures project to revitalize the banana industry to a level in which a decent living can be made from it. With several persons, particularly opposition NDP, speaking out on what has been described as the politically biased distribution of relief items, Prime Minister Gonsalves has described these claims as loose talk. Gonsalves said he does not function like that and called on persons expressing concern about the partisan disbursement of relief items to be more circumspect with facts. However, several persons calling in to the New Times program have reported incidents of political discrimination in the aid being given to affected persons since recovery efforts started after the Christmas Eve disaster of last year. In related news, Parliamentary Representative for Central Kingstown, the Honourable Major St. Clair Leacock, stated that the ULP government views the disaster that affected this country over the Christmas season last year as a godsend, as it means they now have an excuse to go out and ask for assistance from other countries and at the same time give the impression to the Vincentian public that they really care for them in an effort to gain political advantage before the upcoming general elections. Major Leacock referred to the callous and reckless treatment of the hospital equipment, most notably the CT scan machine, which cost upward of $1.5 million and was placed on the ground floor of the hospital in an area where flooding is experienced at the slightest rainfall. We'll be back with more local stories after this.